a podcast called Strangest Fruit.
Watch how I call this. Let's see.
Daniel.
2007, Preston, California.
Oh shit!
I was in the Manzanita, and you was up on the hill with Listo.
Yeah,
That's my boy, Mario Moreno. That's my guy. That's my bestie right there. Yeah,
Evergreen Live.
Mm-hmm. That's when it was getting rowdy around that kid.
Yes it was.
Oh yeah. Hey Ray, you got the boy. Yeah.
Lodge, baby. That's when it was
Yeah, it was going wild.
Yeah, it was. Yes, sir.
Oh, look at Ray. Ray was like, "What is?"
You want to pull that around?
I don't forget her face.
No, the mic right here. You can just swing it around towards you.
Oh, so sorry. Yeah, let me get that.
Yeah, I got you. Man, it feels good. I mean, they kind of messing with me right now, but it's
the parole thing.
Yeah, they put me on the ankle monitor.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah,
that. They hit
so-
you with the gang shit at the end.
Yeah. You guys don't mind if you got somewhere I could plug? Yeah, I gotta charge this thing.
But yeah, tell them about remember what happened to you? Same kind of deal.
Talking about my PO.
With the PO.
Oh yeah, that fool tried to take me back to jail.
But luckily he had camera footage.
Man, they sent internal affairs.
Hey,
to my
that's how
house,
you
like
know
5
when you're
cars
fresh
deep.
out, when you got the
Yeah,
backpack
he pulling the
with
thing.
your paperwork
Hold
and
on,
your
hey
charger.
Spielberg, what is this right here that he has?
What?
What is this contraption that he has?
It's a charger for something.
Oh yeah. Can you guess what it's a charger for?
A really cool bait.
It is. It's an ankle monitor.
Oh, you gotta charge it?
Yeah,
Will it reach? That's not gonna
that's
reach.
not gonna
I
reach.
guess so, yeah.
You're gonna have to hit it from that side.
Oh, we got an extension cord.
No, I can put it in this one.
You got your downtown?
Yeah, they got me downtown. They got me on Skid Row, man.
Oh yeah, where are you at? The wine
the
guard?
wine guard.
Damn.
He said, damn.
And the crazy thing is,
Damn.
I got an acceptance letter from the Kavanaugh House. I'm already applied to Cal
Closer
State.
to the mic. Like hold the mic to you talk. Like,
Yeah.
closer to-
So I got a.
Hey, this is why we're the realest podcast there is. Like, who's got their guests plugging up ankle monitors, fresh off the general population,
Yeah.
level 4 yard.
Yeah. So like I was saying, we got this Cal State LA thing going. I applied. I'm waiting to hear back. Spring 2024. I could be at the Kavanaugh House, but Parole decided. He in his words, you signed the papers to go to the wine guard, so now you have to complete the program at the wine guard.
6 months?
6 months.
It is what it is, though, right?
Yeah. I mean, it's better than the alternative.
Absolutely.
You know, being in jail.
Okay, the alternative. How much time did you do?
I did almost 18 years. Almost 18 years. I got busted as a teenager. Attempted murder. They gave me 29 years. Started off in Sylmar Juvenile Hall. Went from Sylmar Juvenile Hall to California Youth Authority. Well, my man, he pointed it out. He's
crazy.
You know, the Hill Evergreen Lodge when it was rocking and rolling.
Yeah,
You know.
I'll tell him about it.
Yeah. It was an experience for sure. You know, and from there to prison, you know, as we start off fresh in prison, 18 years old. As soon as I turned 18 from YA, they got rid of me because I was a problem child, and I kind of continued on that path in prison. I wanted to be involved in everything. I thought, you know, I wanted to be the baddest motherfucker on the yard, and
What were some of the prisons you visited?
well, I started off. Well, I went to Tracy for a reception. Then from Tracy, I went to New Delano, Kern Valley State Prison. From Kern Valley, I wound up catching a shoe term. I went to Corcoran Shoe 4A 4 left at on the group yard, and then
4A 4 left next to Charles?
yeah, right next.
Next
He
to
used to be
Charles
out
with
there
his weird ass.
every
Yeah,
morning
weird as
out there
hell.
playing his
Male
guitar.
slow as hell 'cause he got all them damn people writing his ass.
Yes. So and then from there, I went to Tehachapi. I caught an indeterminate shoe, went to Tehachapi shoe, and then I got kicked out to the main line there, and then they shut the main line down. I went back to the hole because of that, and then I went to High Desert, and I got caught up there for almost 6 years. Yeah, my first 3 years we were slammed, like no movement at all. We just in the cell.
Yeah.
I mean, the only time you get out is if you go to medical or if you put in things like that. But you know,
And then, so how'd you end up coming home?
I went to Calipatria. And when I got to Calipatria, it's kind of like what started my transformation because really my education kind of changed my perspective and my way of thinking.
You enrolled in college?
Well, I got my GED first in High Desert. And once I got my GED in High Desert.
Did that do something for you? I don't know if I told you, but like I remember when I got my GED, like I got my GED at like 37 years old.
I thought you were talking about just being locked
just
in the cell and can't go nowhere. You ain't got nothing to do. You gonna do something now.
No,
like,
yeah, that too. But I got my GED in Corcoran Shoe. But like, I put in the work. I was ready. I took it and I got it. It was something small. I was like 36. But to finally have like hung that thing up on the wall, like something positive, good accomplishment, kind of gave me a little momentum,
That's fucked up.
Yeah,
I feel bad now.
yeah.
My experience with it was I ain't gonna lie, I was in YTS and my teacher like bet me that I couldn't get a GED and I was like, what? Like that's at the time they was doing the 3 for 15 pieces. I was like, all right, if I get my GED and I pass this shit, you gotta bring me some pizza. That's all that mattered. I just wanted some food. I didn't care about I'm going to prison. What the fuck? What am I need that for? But now I respect it now though. Yeah, 'cause if I wouldn't.
So
have
you
done
got your GED for some pizza?
Hell yeah.
Man, for me it was more the lockdown, being on lockdown and like not doing nothing. I kind of like it was a time for me to self-reflect, and I just didn't like where I was at. Like I had nothing to show for nothing. My pops had just passed a couple years earlier, and it was just a bad everything, like having to face the reality and slam down. I couldn't smoke my life away because I smoke big weed. I mean, I can't right now, but that was one of my pastimes. I didn't.
When you're ready.
Yeah, I
I'ma
didn't
bring
have
you
that.
in.
Yeah, I didn't have nothing. So it was like, all right, you know what? The first opportunity I get, I'm gonna do something. And kind of like you, my neighbor, he was an ENC. His name was Joe with the Mo. Joe with the Mo. Yeah, Joe with the Mo. He was. I don't know if he did it to motivate me, but we bet $20 that I couldn't pass the test. So I said, you know what? I'm gonna bet that, and I wound up passing it. So
Where is this at? High Desert?
High Desert.
Okay.
Then once I transferred to Calipat, I started getting in the groups.
But can I ask you something real quick?
Yeah.
If I can. Because for me, one of the most transformative moments of my life was in 2011 in the Corcoran Shoe when my grandmother passed. That was like a turning point for me, like mentally, Was your dad like, I don't know your relationship, did that have any impact? Because you said I started self-reflecting. How long had you been down at that point?
I got busted in 06, end of 05, beginning of 06. And I was down for 5 years. My father passed in 2011 as well. And that was my dude. I don't know my mom. Well, I'm barely starting to rekindle my relationship with my mom. Because,
Damn.
So she was never really present in my life. Okay. She took to the street life. She was, she did everything. She was a crackhead, prostitution. So I really didn't know her. Mm-hmm. And my dad he was my dude. He's the one that raised us, him and my grandmother. So, he was all I had. So once he passed away, he was like kind of the liaison to me and my family. So once he was gone, everybody left. Right. Everybody left. So that was like the hardest thing for me.
He's the one that kept your name alive, like with everybody. And
yeah. Damn. Like birthday come with the card, like, hey, sign this card for my son. Stuff like that.
So you took a major void in your life, a major loss.
Definitely.
I get that.
The change before we even we gotta dial it back. We gotta go way, 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 way back. Is my homies, he was a problem. He was a problem. Out of all his homies, they be like, oh, such and such, such and such. You get that 13-man list, you got to get out with all them. I'm going to run through him. I'm going to run through. Damn, him. Yeah. The big one that know how to fight. We used to be walking around, that nigga mixed with Samoan or something. That nigga hitting hard. Like
Hawaiian.
I knew it. I know it all the years. I was like, man, for real. It was, because I used to compare you to the boy Kilo.
Yeah.
Kilo from Park Village. I used to be like, man, because we had his homies, and I'm like, man, it was one of your homeboys, and we was talking about like in the Park Village, they got a lot of Samoans.
Yeah.
And I was like, it was some dudes to be reckoned with. That's some cold times. So Sylmore Juvenile Hall, 2006.
Mm-hmm.
That was
Yeah.
That was around the time Terminator had been paralyzed.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Because I went and did that shit.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
beat
yeah.
him up with the boy from Harpies in the closet. Then come to find out he ended up being a snitch.
Is this a compound or no?
Yeah,
the
the
niggas was in there high
compound.
powered.
Yeah.
You had dudes that was kids that was getting the police smacked for saying disrespectful stuff. So it was like the county jail was roaring, and just to have dudes that was kids being tried as an adults in basically a maximum security prison, and then it was war, especially where he from. Man, from 18th Street, it's like, what more do you expect? You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? You had the worst of the worst at the time, and it was phasing out of that 80s generation into the 90s. You know, then the other stuff came in. So how was that, like, going in? Like, on the streets? What was your mentality on the streets?
On the streets, it was everybody killer. That's what we pushed. That's what we grew up knowing. It was like that. That was in
Where did you learn that from? Because that's like learned behavior.
Yeah,
right.
The homies.
That's
the
a
homies
cold
growing up.
mind.
Since an early stage, you were fed that.
Since I started hanging out.
You grew up right there.
Yeah, us against everybody.
Yeah.
Nobody likes us.
Yeah.
Nobody likes us, so we don't like nobody. If you ain't from the hood, you can't come through. Simple as that. And that's how we was raised.
Imagine that.
And it was like that because even before I went to the compound, I was in and out of juvenile hall. So everywhere I went, minimum 10 fades, minimum. And we fighting all the time. And it's just like we can't go nowhere without having 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 enemies in one unit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was about, yes,
And that's crazy. Imagine that's like being in constant survival mode for just decades on end.
Yeah.
Bro, I'm talking about, it was three essay gangs that you couldn't beat from coming through juvenile hall, YA, well, like for blacks. And that was 18th Street,
Yep.
Florence's, and T-Flats, and probably 7-O's, and Longos. The first three, because they actively say we nigga killer. And then you had the other gangs, one of them, Florence, they put CK, and the 18s, you see it on their face. we don't even got to call out a fight. We just finna fight. And that's what it was. It was war. And you got kids that go inside a chapel in juvenile hall, just throw it. I'm about to just throw this chair.
And when you think about it too, like that's crazy, like vicious, just internal street wars of everybody from pretty much like the same neighborhoods, and it just spills over into prison. Like, damn,
Spills over
that's
into
a
prison.
that's a sick recipe, bro.
At an early age with the politics of it, because y'all have been notoriously been on the news. Like, all right, these are the guys. That was what started the Operation Safe Streets, the Street Terrorist Act, when they changed the name of it. This is no longer a gang. This is a terrorist organization. So you got that weighing on your shoulders, and it's only right to say that either it's gonna break you or it's gonna make you. Some people they fall under. Some people turn the fuck up. And
So, like,
this,
as a grown man today, with a lot of life under your belt, a lot of experience, like you've matured, you've grown. How do you look at that mind state today? Like at young you, just on attack, everybody's against me.
Foolish, senseless, makes no sense because once you start learning about people and you start getting to actually know somebody outside of where they from and they moniker and just as people, you realize how much you have in common, how much we've all just been through the struggle, and how much like our life is so similar, but yet we don't know this because we build that wall because of where you from or where I'm from. It's no talking. Like in Preston with the Norteños. This is how dumb it was when I actually sat and thought about it. All them times when I was in juvenile hall, all these dudes I was fighting, as soon as I got to Preston, they were my best friends.
right.
Why? Because we have Northerners.
Yeah.
The whole time there, you can cut the tension with a knife because we did not speak with the Northerners at all. We didn't even talk. And it's crazy because when you get to prison and you start getting to know them, even though they from Northern California, they're the same as us.
Yeah.
Same thing.
It's the same thing.
Yeah.
What about, because I tell people all the time, they don't believe me. What about the silly shit that you seen the grown folks doing? Like that one officer. You a grown ass dude that's supposed to be an officer, but you know that phone call you get when it's time to go to the gym and everybody got you lined up. Man, I must have walked in there and seen that dude in there hitting the weights. He had all the Crips surrounding him. And when he got up, I thought he was an inmate like one of us. He got a big ass blood killer on his back, big as fuck. But he was a Northern California Crip that was working inside of the juvenile facility. So he
He was
involved.
a staff?
Man, man. He know.
I think I know who you talking about. I don't want to say
Yeah,
names.
don't even- he probably still working. Let him live.
Big ball dude,
Yeah,
right?
big nigga, yeah.
I
Like,
know
bro,
who you're talking about.
you not a kid?
Yeah, I know who
thought
you're
it
talking
like,
about.
bro,
I know
you're
who
not
you're
a
talking
kid. Like, this is a grown ass man in here. Like, he's into the politics of what's going on. And
Yeah,
it's-
that's dangerous.
That's
Yeah,
crazy
I know,
as hell.
I know
Like,
exactly what. Yeah, yeah.
the
That's
people
how
they
it
don't
goes.
believe how corrupt it is, but how you say you what was it that Mr. Fab said? Unusual acquaintances.
Yeah.
You create unusual acquaintances because once I left Preston, they kicked me out of there. I ended up going to Paso. And then from Paso, once they started closing everything down, I went to TS. And that's when I became good friends with Listo.
Yeah.
Good dude. And it wasn't
You
because
know he passed away, right?
Nah.
He passed away, bro.
For real?
In Mexico, they deported him.
He
went-
said they was gonna deport him. They were saying they was gonna send him to prison. That's another thing that happens when you are a M number. They give you the choice of whether you want to go to prison or if you could stay in YA. But they don't tell you about the alternative route that they pressure upon you. Is that look, we'll let you out right now instead of going to prison, but we're gonna deport you. So dudes is still a kid. He was what 17, 18.
18
I had
years old.
just left him. I was just on the visit with him, his grandma, his sister,
Yeah.
and his dad because that was the first time I ate mole.
Yeah.
On the real. I was like, man, I don't want to eat. And he's like, nah, you can't turn my grandma down. Like,
Yeah.
that's total disrespect. And that's how we forged a bond up in there. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Unusual acquaintances.
Yeah.
No alliances.
Alliances.
Yeah.
That was brought to you by our corrective staff
Yeah.
assistant over there.
Young Spielberg.
Young
right there.
Spielberg, who took his first trip to Compton the other day. You know,
Yeah, he
went to the
Saw some
city.
horses. It was crazy.
I told him we ride
so-
horses in the city.
Like at what point did you come to that realization where like you looked around because okay, you paroled in Calipat, right?
Calipat, AR, general
Okay.
population.
Okay, so like you, me, him, like we're one of the rare people out here that can say we paroled from the general population. Like I met him in Corcoran on Sea Yard, you know, in the dog program. Speaking of unusual alliances, you know, but how do you balance that? Like that's a question that I get asked too. Like how do you balance like going to program, like evolving in kind of an environment that's not built for like anybody to evolve in?
Well, I get a credit to the Alternative to Violence project.
AVP?
AVP.
Oh, shout out to AVP.
AVP.
I was a facilitator.
Yeah,
of AVP.
yeah, I was a team coordinator with AVP, and
Oh, that's dope.
like man, that program right there, that just like it changed a lot about me, man. It helped me open up. It helped me just talk about and process a lot of the things I was going through, and just being an active listener and hearing people out. And you know, in there, you're able to let loose, and you see these level 4 killer dudes like
Act like
act
kids.
like big kids, and
Yeah.
like they get comfortable and they let it out, and that right there in itself shows you like, man, the humanity side of people, you know, like, and just unusual acquaintances or alliances,
Yeah.
Acquaintances, yeah.
alliances, unusual alliances. One of my best friends, Theodore Snyder's, is from Black Pea Stones, from the jungles.
Wow.
And I mean, you know how that is.
That's crazy. I
Man,
mean, yeah, I know
so
how
let's
that is.
let's ask our youngers because we usually have our white moment on here.
Yeah.
So we gonna this is a white moment. So do you know of what he's talking about?
No.
So 18 Streets, Black Pea Stones, the jungles.
No.
One of the coldest wars in Los Angeles, California, between two rival gangs to ever happen. Like ever. There's
Generational
no,
hostility.
like, over years and upon years and upon years of just going on of just war.
Wow.
Inherited
It's just
war.
like, and it's all just like boils down to just like personal beef between people.
It's something happened so long ago
Yeah,
that's just like
yeah.
tumbled down over and over, gotten
Like
bigger.
Hatfields and McCoys type
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah,
Do you
like
get that? You
literally.
get that in? Okay, all right, man.
Yeah, on the real, because at
Yeah.
one point it was good.
Yeah, it was
At
good.
one point it was
It
good.
was, yeah.
So they killed their pig or something.
Yeah.
There's one point.
Hey, you know who we just talked to?
Who's that?
Literally like a month ago, the one of the Rampart cops, like the dirty cops.
Oh wow.
That he just did 17 years in prison. He sat right here.
Oh wow.
Like the crash unit.
How
like,
was that?
From training day. He
How
sat
was
here
that?
and talked about it had a lot to do with that area with the CLCS. And yeah, he talked about like his taxes. He talked about going into rooms with just kilos of dope and millions of dollars.
Oh, wow.
Like dead bodies, turning people into informants. It was deep.
I'm
Yeah.
like, look, he done.
He's
told
doing
him right
great
here.
things now. He's,
Yeah.
he's teaching kids how to box, but that's part of his story. He did 17 years in prison.
Wow.
And I looked at him. I'm like, man, you done did more gangster. You done touched more work than I done will ever will.
Yeah.
You know. And then a lot of dudes I know, if dudes
Yeah.
touching 1, 2, he like, yeah, I'm going in there. Just took a quick 75 birds from this dude and told him what he gonna do about it. You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
Like, and then
Damn.
then he also, you know, the stuff that he also mentioned is he basically said, look, man, I got people working for me that was working for me in every hood. He said there wasn't nothing that I didn't know. So me now that I'm teaching kids inside juvenile hall to train dogs and being a life coach, I let them know that, look, bro, the game is over, Jack.
Yeah.
Somebody done wrote a book about everything you think is secret. Oh, I hit him with a message the other day. Like, look at this TikTok thing. I said it to him. Like, yeah, the jig is up. The secrets
Yeah.
are out. They don't, you know what I'm saying? That's done.
Yeah, that shit is
That-
over.
that- yeah, stop watching Snowfall thinking that it's still
At this
alive.
point, there's really, really nothing nobody can say that has not already been out there that you can find in 10 seconds on YouTube.
Google.
Unless something like it's currently happening right now that
Yeah.
currently nobody knows about. But outside of that, the secret, the cat's out of the bag.
So what was your secret? What's your secret of in the darkest times that you had to go through in there? Your darkest times where it was like, all right, I'm finna snap back into this lifestyle. 'Cause everybody, I'm pretty sure you fumbled the ball a few times and you know had to go. The demos must happen. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Have you
of
done
course.
CGA and stuff like that?
Yeah, I've done CGA. I was in there chairmaning CGA for
Okay.
years. So
Okay.
I've done all that. Like you said, there's times where you fumble, and it was a learning process. It didn't just happen overnight. And at first, it was like, okay, I'm gonna do good, and I'm gonna start. But you know, the homies, I was
old habits, yeah.
I was still on the fence,
Right.
and the homies still messing up, and they still coming up to me like, hey, yo, boy is, and they got to a point where I'm talking to my own homies like, hey, I need you guys to get it together because you starting to affect what I got going on,
Right.
and you know, dope fiends, drug addicts, they don't care about nothing, but they're high.
You forgot the key token. There's no I in team.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
So they kept messing up. So I wound up having to touch a few of my own homies. And it was at that point that I realized, I said, if I'm going to do this, I have to separate myself from them. Right? But
yeah.
Still
it's
have your-
hard. It's hard because I stayed GP. I stayed on the main line. And I even went around and I asked everybody, hey, you know what? Stop calling me Shadow. Start calling me by my name, Roman. I even went so far as to put a hello, my name is. And I
Hello,
would,
my name is.
yeah.
And while we laugh, like that takes an enormous amount of fucking courage. Like, let that be known.
Yeah.
Like,
Like,
I'm thinking of the Squidward meme.
yeah.
but like
This
at the same time,
goddamn.
yeah,
Really,
you're
Elliot?
older. Like you've paid your fair amount of dues. Like you're a man that's like, you know, obviously intelligent and searching for something in life. So for the most part, I'm sure everybody respected it and was
Yeah.
like,
And then you paint the
the best
picture
on
of
your
that.
journey.
That is it's on an active level 4 yard where things are going down, where it's always consistently, it's always violence. I remember because you said you were like you had to tell the homies, you had to talk to them, and then it's when you commit these acts where you didn't want to do it because he seen it one time, and I told him that was at that moment I was like, man, I don't want to keep doing this. When I told a homie up out there, and I wasn't doing it because I'm mad at you or nothing like that. I'm doing it because, bruh, you affecting my life. Like,
Yeah.
you on all these dudes' debts. And I got my OGs over here that's directly from where I'm from. Something happened to them. Now I'm in trouble.
but when you're
You know,
connected to something that's so big, somebody within that thing can always affect your life. Like
Right.
it's you know what I mean? It's like that's why at some point, like he said, I gotta detach. Like
But the
whatever-
mentality that we have,
Oh,
though,
yeah.
If I got if I'm 20-something years in this,
Yeah.
toes down. I ain't went to no nothing else. This all I know. And you've been in here since a kid. It's certain things that you feel obligated to. Like me, see, I had a date. I have a date. I know for sure that I'm going home. This is my mindset. And people ask me, like, man, you programmed like you had a life, like you had a life sentence. And I'm like, it wasn't that I had life. I knew the circumstances around me and certain sacrifices that I made I thought was for the better cause. Like, all right, somebody owe him. You coming like, hey, your people owe me. You just keep on tallying it up. I'm telling you, bro, stop. Like you fucking personally talking to you. Like, I want to help you. Like, stop.
Mm-hmm.
And that's at those moments that you realize what addiction is. Addiction is really a disease. No matter what
Yeah.
Table its own. That shit is really a disease. They don't care about nothing except for feeding that addiction.
Yeah.
You can't beat it out of them, and then the next layer comes in because you go out there, you put the DP down, you do what you got to do, and to hear that dude yell like that, I'm good, I'm sorry, and then we get to the cage, and I talk to him like, bro, why did you do that? You know I got a date. Why would you put me in this situation?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know no better. I'm sorry. And then you really talk to your homeboys when you get in the shoe and you find out, oh, bro, you've been getting beat on your whole life. That's all you've been doing is getting beat on. You don't know no better. You was a foster kid. You went through, this is really a traumatized ass person right here, just like you. You just have a better understanding of it. Then you feel bad and you're like, man, this shit is, you know what I'm saying? Like, for real, like, damn.
I'm beating on somebody or putting holes in somebody that's basically going through like the same struggle.
On the real.
But like we had to go through that process right there. Like, you know,
Yeah.
we had to go through that process. I think it was the dope that just corroded everything, that just made it bad.
Right.
The last time where I paroled from Ironwood, we had like easy in like 3 months, probably like 19 fentanyl overdoses right there. You know? Yeah, I was bad right there. Did you have to go before a board?
I did.
Oh, you
I
went
did.
before the parole
I
board?
went before the parole
You
board.
hold, whoa.
Do you remember
oh,
who
yeah,
were
he-
your commissioners?
The first time was Sullivan and Sullivan and Shakur, and the second time was Desai and Muniz.
Damn, I was gonna have Shakur that one time, and I remember I had my people look him up, and I had like his bio and everything. And then when I went in there at the last minute, they changed it to I think it was Burnett, that bald-headed dude. Yeah.
I know one I had, he was an ex-warden somewhere, and he told me straight up, if you make me go through this whole parole board hearing and you got a GBI on the staff, I'm finna deny you 7 years.
that and a
He's-
cell phone are the worst
Yeah, he
thing.
like,
Yeah,
man,
you
he was
know?
like, just say you got an active court case going on, we ain't even gonna look at it, then come back. I was like, I'm gonna take that and go on back up out of here, player. But it's
That's what
How
they
did you-
denied me for in the first time. Cell phone.
What kind of denial?
They just gave me a 3-year because I was doing good, but the cell phone write-ups is what kind of held me back. So they just denied me 3 years, and I would say I did all right that first time. I mean, I did all right. I stuttered a lot and I said a lot of filler words.
Did you have an L?
I just had 29 years.
Oh, but you still had a lot more to go.
Yeah, I still
did
had
you
a
take
lot
a
more.
Franklin hearing? Did you
No,
go back
I
for
didn't.
that?
I didn't go for no Franklin. I was in the process of getting a Franklin.
Yeah, but those, man, I'm not going to discourage anybody against doing it, but I don't see anybody successful in those.
Man,
right
that shit
there,
was
man.
long as hell. Tell me, get me out of the county jail.
And it takes so much work. You're going to be in the
Man.
county jail. You're going to have like your people writing letters and
Yeah.
court,
That's a
their
lot.
hope gets up. And I don't see no success in that, man, you know?
Yeah, I went in there that second time, and we were going through the motions, and I like prepared. I was talking to myself in the mirror. I told myself I'm gonna go
second
in there.
time?
The second time
You
I
had
said,
your portfolio and everything set up?
"Nah, I didn't take nothing in there. I didn't take
Damn.
nothing in there." I said because I was like doing the work every day, all day, and I told myself I'm gonna go in there. I'm gonna fold my hands just like this, and I'm gonna stay like this through the whole hearing. And every time they ask me a question, I'm gonna breathe, and then I'm gonna answer. And I did that, and I did damn well. He even told me in the hearing, he said, "I don't know what this is, but you seem like you're flat. Like there's not a lot of emotion in what you're saying." And in my head, I'm thinking, well, you just asked me about the time where I grabbed the weapon and I slid it under the door so this dude could get stabbed, and then I took the weapon and I got rid of it so they didn't have no evidence. I'm not telling him this, but in my mind, I'm thinking, what do you want me to be like? Oh yeah, I went over there, I grabbed the weapon, I went over there, I slid it under the door. Like, what is that? How you want? Then you're gonna be like, oh, that shit excites him. No.
Did you? I know you got laced up on the whole parole board. So within our card or the black community, it's notoriously known that you cannot go in there. You can't go in there like how you are. You have to go in there hunchback, make it seem like you have some type of ailment, like you're broken. They want to make it seem like you're broken when you go in there.
Wire? Oh, yeah.
It's like, the healthier I look, the more, the problem I might cause. So I know you had those talks. Did you go through the mock parole board hearings?
Yeah,
we
man.
told NAAA up with the mock parole board hearings. boy.
I actually worked in a watch office, so the day before, my coworkers, I'm doing my work. My coworkers like, hey, we need to talk to you in the back. So I wind up going to the back, and they have everything set up. They got 2 guys right there sitting there, and they're like, "This is the commissioner 1, commissioner 2."
that's good.
And I'm like, okay. And it really helped because there was one question. I'm trying to remember exactly what it was, but I stumbled on that question. I stumbled bad, and the board asked me that same question the next day, and I had went in there that night, and I was like, "Ooh, I can't stumble on this."
What was
right
the
here.
question?
I'm trying to remember. It had something to do with stress, how I deal with stress, financial stress, things of that nature. And I dropped the ball in the mock board, but I went back that night and I said, okay, this is the proper way to answer this question.
I went to the board. I got this 2 times. First time, the lady called me a dope head. Flat out, called me a dope head, anything. And I was like, wow.
Damn.
And I was like, I don't smoke dope. I smoke weed. And she was like, still a dope head to me. But I was, I'm arrogant. I still had the YA mentality and all that. But it was. But I really wanted to embody that. I wanted to go through that experience because with Elizabeth Calvin coming and talking to us and us going through the parole board hearings, I'm like, at least give it my best shot. Because I see all the dudes around me doing it.
Yeah.
Like, why not? Why not try to embody that? So when Brian left the yard down there in Corcoran, I was like,
I got a good behavior override.
Yeah.
and boy, listen, if he wouldn't have had that override, I tell everybody, if Brian wouldn't have got that override, he would not be here right now.
Yeah, 26 years on the 4-yard, the shoe kick out. Got a good behavior override after like 2 years right there. Went to Ironwood for 3 years. That place was like a college.
Yeah.
Went home from there.
And I was sitting down there crying in the hole. Like, give me about it. COVID came, sitting in the hole during COVID.
Oh, yeah,
that
that's
was.
bad.
What has been some things that you've seen out here that's just been shocking to you?
How long you been out?
I've been a month now.
A month?
A month.
Is it a trigger to be in downtown too, considering your background? And
That's what I was about to say to him. Like, the downtown, especially on 6th and San Pedro.
I was on 8th and Union for 6 months, right there
It's-
off Olympic. Like,
Bro, that shit is wild. I told my PO this. I said, look, where I'm from, I can't be out here like this.
Right.
But he was like,
what'd he
oh,
say?
that don't mean nothing. Like, he thinks I'm giving him excuses. I'm not giving you excuses. I'm trying to give you game to what I need to do. I have a roadmap of what's going to work for me. Right. I mean, of course, I can improvise and I can work with, anything's better than prison. So if I need to be here, okay, I need to be here. But that area is horrible, especially being where I'm from.
Right.
So every time I come out, I tie a rag around my neck. It's hot as hell. I'm taking a hoodie, running to the gym. Why? Right. Because I'm not trying to walk around in that area
At all.
damn,
It was horrible.
that's a crazy stressor. Like,
they told me I was going to the one over there. What's that, 6?
Mm-hmm.
By just to pulling up to that halfway house. It looked like a big rig supposed to be backing up. It just looked grimy, and the way they got dudes just coming out. You seen it? She said it looked grimy, huh? Like,
no, where he's at is, oh my god,
It's gutter.
It's ground
and,
zero.
And the
like,
crazy
it's-
thing is, part of the conditions of my parole is I can't be anywhere where they sell marijuana, where with cannabis
downtown
stuff, right?
LA.
And I'm thinking, bro, you know how many people try to sell me weed since I've been there? Every time I come out, they trying to sell me something, and I'm like, dude, you guys are violating my parole by keeping me here. You the ones violating my
Where are you
parole.
trying to go though?
I was trying to go to the Kavanaugh House because I'm trying to go to Cal State LA. I graduated in 2021. I got my associates in arts for transfer in sociology, 3.6 GPA. I'm trying to continue, get my bachelor's.
What college?
Cal State Los Angeles. Oh, I got my AA from Imperial Valley, IVC, Imperial Valley College. So
Congratulations,
Yeah,
man.
thank
say
you.
this, it could
Congratulations.
Be
That's
Yeah.
amazing.
Want to know why it could be
Wow.
worse? They sent my black ass way to North Long Beach.
Oh yeah, when he went to MCRP, yeah.
Boy, I had to 6 miles on the bike because they don't let you have a car. 6 miles on the look at Ray like 6 miles on the bike to the Artesia station, going through everything. Florence, BMS, Pueblos, Compton, Watts, Long Beach, 18, everything. And then going to Culver City and back every day.
Yeah, that's
On an ankle monitor.
That's tough. I'm glad ARC's office is right there on Alameda because if I don't have nothing to do, I'm over there. I'm volunteering.
Have
I'm-
you gone over there to ARC?
Yeah, I was just there. That's where I'm coming from right
What-
now.
How has it been for you? over there?
Oh, it's been great, man. I've done a couple of poetry classes. I
Oh, you
volunteer.
poetic now?
Yeah, I'm a little son.
Come on.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Shit.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well,
you up in there?
Yeah, I'm up in there, man. I got
Pass
a
me that.
poem. I don't.
Are you
I mean,
really?
I got it right here in the mind though.
Okay, just
All
bust that.
right. So I call this Life Quicksand.
You say it one more time.
Life's Quicksand.
And it's in this book.
It's in that book, Special Circumstances.
Special circumstances.
Yes. So
Heard Studio.
it goes, this thing called life. It wasn't easy being me. I'll be sure to keep my story as simple as can be and understand me if I squeak as raw emotions as I speak. Feelings of being trapped. I'm talking literally. Life's quicksand, way above my knees. My mother's son I am, I was seduced by the streets. Is it true what they say? I really had to think. Am I that bad apple that didn't fall far from the tree? Heroin, crack, methamphetamines to her addiction, she was weak. In and out of jail since we came from Maui. Used her body as a means, prostituting. Now free on Skid Row, she back to indulging. But mad I can't be, a grudge I can't keep. Obama said it best in his presidency. At the State of the Union, he addressed the nation with a speech. Opiate addiction classified as a disease, so I stayed away from drugs, although still dabbling. At the gateway to fiend, cause I would stay smoking weed. The day I lost my way, my grandmother pronounced deceased. My brother suicide at the age of 14, and at the age of 16, I had one certainty. 29 years convicted in the penitentiary, dedicated to a gang that didn't feel the same for me. I had real world beliefs, young, foolish, and naive. My father passed away while I was in Tehachapi. That quicksand is to my neck, deeper I would sink. Thoughts of a suicide had damn near pushed me to the brink. I was consumed by the sand to where I couldn't even breathe. Then I looked to the sky and I asked humbly, Lord Jesus, please help save me from me. What be my legacy today if I leave? That street punk hooligan that did evil deeds, I hold on by my teeth, man, I can't admit defeat. I vow to make a change, all bad I can't be. 2023, that's my earliest release. Rebuild, give back, help my community, invest in our future. Our kids is the dream. Yeah, life's quicksand, learn from me and watch your feet. Each one teach one like the Panthers used to preach. If I could change one life positively, create a chain reaction, that'd be my legacy.
Oh, Strangest Fruit podcast.
Yes, sir.
Ooh, we got
What
the,
is the name of that right there?
got the
Life's
goosebumps.
quicksand.
Life's Quicksand.
Got the goosebumps.
That
right
was
there.
that was Life's story right there.
Yeah.
You got to put that in the audible. They got to
Yeah.
hear that. You can't just
Yeah.
read it. You got to hear it. Yeah, that
Yeah.
was.
Yeah, man, I wrote that.
Yeah. When did you write that?
I wrote that. I actually wrote it for the Alternatives to Violence Project. Well, I was doing AVP, and then we were talking to the youth. I was part of Men of Vision, a think tank in Calipatria. You know, it was a little group that we created, try to give back to our community there.
Men of Vision.
Men of Vision.
What did
think
you guys
tank.
do? What was the mission?
The mission was to create different a relapse prevention workshop. We just came up with ideas for the yard, better to spend our time rather than because we didn't really have nothing in Calipat. So we were trying to help.
Yeah.
We were trying to help each other out, right?
Who did Men of Vision consist of?
Well, when it started, it was my friend Mike Deakins, brother Mosley, Franco, brother Randy. It was a core group of 5 of us. Lifers, and I was the youngest. I was 20 some years old. Everybody else is 40. So I felt honored when they asked me. And what really attracted me to it was not only just coming up with things for the yard, but we used to talk to at-risk youth. So I was in AVP and I was asking the workshop how can I convey my message? Because we're going to talk to these young kids that are struggling. And they said, do it the best way you know how. And the best way I know how is through my writing. So that's when I started writing it. And, that's when I came up with that.
You conveying that message right now.
Yeah.
How do you feel about the state of the treatment of guys that are inside on general population yards? It's to me it's a severe inequality with the programming that's provided. Like it's I said if provide people with every opportunity they can to do right before you say we won't give you anything.
Well, we actually had to work and convince the administration to bring those at-risk youth to the general population because they kept sending them to the SNY yards.
Right.
So, they sent everything over there to them. And
Because there's like a narrative that's been kind of pumped like in prison from, I don't know, we'll figure it out. I got to probably think on it a little bit more when it started, but somehow that you got to be SNY for whatever reason. Because I know a lot of people were coming in from court and doing it directly from court. They had that option. Wherever they got that idea, I think just in the same way that we got them ideas, the world's your enemy, the world's this, they come
Yeah.
into the county jail and it's pumped in like, if you want to stay away from the gang stuff, this and that, you got to go SNY. Not knowing that you're sending these guys out to slaughter to a lawless land that's a
Yeah.
million times more dangerous, you know?
and that's crazy that they give you that option fresh off the bus.
But
Like, hey, you
it's
want to go to
people's-
this?
yeah.
I didn't know what the hell they were talking about. I came from YTS to Chino, and they had us going in the hallway, and they had the police and those little small yards they have, and we were coming out, and they had the gates over here. And I noticed there was a bunch of dudes over there. So they're like a sensitive need GP. So I'm like, all right, I'm walking like, well, shit, I might need something. I don't know. Like, you need some needs. Like, nigga need low shit. I need all that. So you need some needs and GP. They general population. They got everything. So I'm going, and my homie from 456 grabbed my shoulder. He's like, nah, dog. We go over there. I'm like, well, what's that? He's like, oh, those dudes in protective custody.
He said,
I was
might
like,
need
oh, and that from there, I just knew what it was. But I like the program that we had that we got to know each other in. We did everything. I'm talking about, man, we was in choir class.
Yeah.
We was in Gogi.
Yeah.
We was doing all type of.
Hey, this is when ARC first started the Hope and Redemption team, and they went to Corcoran to Sea Yard, and it was like room for like 75 people. There was probably like 15 of us that went.
Right.
There were some days when they were deep because people were just trying to stay after yard, like
Right.
after yard recall. But yeah, it used to be empty.
And we used to be.
That's the first time we heard words like
parole plan.
gang anonymous and
Yeah.
relapse prevention plans. Like those words were foreign to us. Like we had
Gogi,
no idea.
Gogi and shit. Just,
Yeah.
But that I've always noticed that, like, man, like, why do these dudes, even all the way down to the grass is greener. Like, they got
Yeah.
green grass. We got potholes.
I actually
go
had
through.
somebody try to like talk me into going SNY. My first trip to New Delano. I'm 18 years old, and I got this dude like he's telling me, man, they're gonna make you do things, and I'm just like sitting there looking at him like
Some dude on the bus.
on the bus, and he was SNY, but he was.
He's yapping through the cages.
Yeah,
Oh,
he's
he was
yeah,
recruiting.
yeah. He was trying. Yeah, like
He was
basically, yeah, he was trying to
Pull
recruit
up
me.
my own man.
Yeah, but I had a Asian dude. He was like, man, don't listen to that shit.
Right.
It's not like that. It's not like that. But in my head, I was just like,
Hey, but here's the cool part: is the majority of people go. Like we're the very small minority. You know, we're the very small minority.
but I'm a strong believer in if you are gonna mess up, you're gonna mess up. It don't matter where you at. If you're gonna do good, you're gonna do good no matter where you at. There's
And I
yin,
seen
it's
some
yin and
dude-
yang.
Yeah,
Change happens between your ears, not wherever you're geographically.
Because I done
located.
hollered at him, and I'm like, man, yeah, such and such. Like, y'all was in the back with him. You know, the brothers, we back there.
Yeah.
Y'all may not be able to talk, but I'm going to say something to you. So I'm asking, hey, bro, why you do what you did?
Yeah.
Why you do what you did? And I'm like, bro, I'll tell you about old boy. Straight hitter. Why did you do what you did? Oh, they wasn't paying me enough. Come on, bro. Then I'm like, what you doing back here right now? Oh, I caught a case for attempted murder. Well, damn, you went over here for a better life, and now look at your stupid ass because you went and got reckless. The rules. I mean, look at it, the synonymous ways of it. Look at the Title 15 and look at the average rules of prison. Don't gamble. Don't get into fights. Mind your business. Keep your clothes and stuff correct.
Mm-hmm.
Don't disrespect other people. And then look at the rules of the inmate population. Don't gamble on your ass. Don't do this. Don't talk crazy. Don't be this. It's
Yeah.
mind your business. It's
That's
simple.
it. It's
That's
simple.
the hardest thing for dudes to do is mind their damn business.
Were you trying to go to level 3 at all or no?
Well, I was trying to get that override too because Preston, they maxed me out with the points. I had like almost
That is
300 points.
horrible.
Yeah, I almost
What
had.
year were you in Kern Valley?
I was in Kern Valley. I got there in 2009, 2008, end of 2008.
Oh, what's
I
your
was there right there.
I was on D Yard right before they closed down and they flipped it.
level 3 or the level 4? 180?
The 180. Yeah,
Yeah, I
right
was on-
right before
I
they
was in the
flipped
hole
it.
right there at that time.
Yeah.
In ASU too.
Yeah, I wound up going to ASU 1 from there. Yeah.
I was, what was the yard? It was A yard? Lower yard? No. What was the GP? It was only 2 yards up there. that GP.
then D, but D flipped.
D
I was
flip
on
and then
A.
half a B, half
Oh,
a B,
B, yeah, yeah.
half a
And
B.
D flipped after that ride that happened up over there.
Yeah,
Then they
yeah.
went and flipped B. That was the 2 shoe kick out yards. But That's where I did my most clean time at, believe it or not, in New Delano. It was so structured, and the way that shit was happening, it was like I learned a lot. It wasn't until I got to the lower levels till I started. I didn't even get to no damn lower levels. I made it to a 270 and made that my resting place till I went home like a dumbass. But that's a journey.
I'm kind of grateful to the lockdown in High Desert because my mentality at the time, losing my father and just where my headspace was at, I went and put a tattoo on my face. Like it was bad, so it was bad. I put a tattoo. I'm in the process of getting it taken off.
You did that on that lockdown?
Yeah, I did that on that lockdown. And I mean,
you're looking to get removal right now?
Yeah, well, I went for my first treatment last week.
I had it right here.
Yeah,
and then I had my teardrop. I hit a couple times, but I had these gone.
How long did it take?
I'm not even done. I did like 3 rounds.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I did my first one last week.
Homeboy.
Yeah, that's where I went, Homeboys. They did the first treatment. I don't see nothing, but they said just give it some time.
Yeah, it like shakes up the molecules or something. The second and third one, you'll really see a difference.
Yeah, so I put that shit on my face, and like I was in a bad space. So if I'd have been out on the line, I probably would have volunteered to do some shit. Right. To be honest,
damn,
and I wouldn't be here now. So that lockdown was kind of like a saving grace.
First food you ate when you got out? Who cooked it? You made it?
No. Look, we went. I got out in the morning, so we went and got some McDonald's.
You went through R&R. Did that happen quick?
It was like what, like 7:40. Yeah, my girl bought me dress out, so I was good.
So you came out.
You was happy as hell, huh? Yes, Lord.
Yeah. So we went. I was in R&R, and like I said, I worked in the watch office, so I kind of know all the staff.
Yeah.
So I'm over there. I'm like talking shit, fucking around with the staff, and I'm getting out, so I don't care. Man. It is what it is. I'm playing around, but we went to McDonald's and then got me a New York style steak at the nighttime with some cheesecake. Some fries and stuff, macaroni, some of that good.
Immediately regretted eating all that. Stomach ain't ready for all that good food.
Yeah, man. Look, I got constipated.
Yeah, your stomach ain't ready for all that real food.
Yeah.
Boy, yeah.
I'm still trying to get used to it. Yeah, I got high blood pressure, so that shit. Yeah, that might kill me. So I don't mess with the energy drinks.
That's how'd it feel to sit in the front seat again?
Oh man, I was getting car sick. I was like, slow down.
You driving fast?
Yeah, she driving.
She like, I got to get you home.
That's like me.
I
feel she's driving too close to the car. Yeah, because your depth perception is way off. You're not used to seeing probably anything farther than 50 feet in front of you.
You know how you on the freeway and they got those like on the turn, they got the split.
Yeah.
I swear every time I'm like, you're gonna hit the split. Like every time I'm like, I keep feeling like we're gonna crash. Yeah, it was bad.
So baths or showers?
Oh, showers, definitely showers. Still showers.
Barefoot or with chanclas?
Barefoot, but you know what? I hopped in the shower a couple times with my boxers on, just a couple times.
Did you wash them in there?
No, I didn't. I made that. I made that a point.
That was the funniest
I made that
thing.
a point.
Don't do it.
That was the funniest thing going to the halfway house is when you see dudes, because everybody does. When you see dudes, you come back from work, you think you're in a normal thing of life, and the dudes that are fresh off the bus, it's their second day there, and you go in the community bathroom, and there's dudes washing their clothes in the sink. You like, hey, big dog, it's a whole washing machine in there, brother. Let me get you some of these Tide Pods. You throw up a couple Tide Pods, but you see the stuff, you're like, damn, that was me just a couple weeks ago. That's crazy.
Yeah, I'm still getting used to walking to the shower in my shower shoes. I feel like I'm missing something. Like I feel like I'm missing something, and every time I'm looking around, like, am I forgetting anything? Nah, you got everything. You just institutionalized. That's all that is.
I mean, Brian, he done wiggled up out of that, you know, except for that one time he locked himself out the bubble bath. Yeah, he locked himself out the bubble bath. It got real.
We were in this. We were doing some for the podcast right here. We were doing some shooting in San Francisco, and we had this big old pad that we were staying in, and me and this fool were in the top room, and I'd never been in a bubble bath, so I had like it all hooked up, and I closed the door to go make some coffee, and I came back, the water's like going fast, and the door's locked. I had to wake him up. He was like,
what I say, get my knife.
Yeah, he got like a butter knife.
He relapsed. Yeah, he relapsed like a
hold on, they coming. We gotta lock it in. You know what I'm saying? To this day, the butter knife has been undefeated. Butter knife done had me break down refrigerators, all that. The butter knife, baby, is just he looking at me just mesmerized.
Unlock stuff?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Butter knife.
Break the lock?
No, just to like shimmy it loose.
Butter
All you
knife.
do is wedge it in there and push the little thing back.
Yeah, I can make you
Just
a
like
lighter
the
out of a
side of
pencil.
the side of the
real quick.
TV, so good. Bop! You know?
Yeah,
Ease 'em into
give
place.
a little smack. Yeah, it's. And then like we had Good up in here. Was Good up there with him? Ray? Was Good up there with him?
Different yards, right?
I don't know who.
What about Lamont?
Yeah, different yards.
Lamont, different yard too?
What Lamont? Oh, you talking about
Show
Kellen?
up.
You talking about
Yeah,
that
see,
man? That's
look,
my motherfucker.
I've been seeing you on TikTok. I've been
That's my
seeing you on
motherfucking
TikTok.
boy right there.
You commented, right? Or was it Instagram, TikTok? You commented. And I'm like, man, I know who that is.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah, we had his whole family come through here.
Yeah, that's my motherfucking dog, man. Me and him.
We're trying to get him out.
Yeah, he was there when. Well, I got to Calipat first, and then he got there, and he seen my whole transformation, and then I had the privilege of seeing his because we was both knuckleheads.
Right.
We was both He done seen some stuff that I done did. I done seen some stuff that he done did,
Right.
and just we kind of grew together over there. That was my coworker before I left, man. That's my boy right there. I still reach out,
we gonna try to
send
get
my
him
love.
up out of there.
Yeah.
We've been
Yeah.
we've
We're working
been
on something.
working hard on that.
Yeah.
That's shit.
Yeah.
I've been because people ask me like, what's the Strangest Fruit podcast about? Or they, you know, y'all just like every other podcast, and I look at them like, no, this is something completely different.
Yeah.
What podcast do you know you got some street dudes that's willing to go toe to toe with a district attorney on behalf of somebody that was at one point in their life a complete enemy? You know what I'm saying? That's willing to say, look, you know, let's put it on. Because that's what we're going to do. We're going to invite the DA. We're going to invite everybody that needs to come to Cal State when we have it up there. And
Yeah.
we're going to sit down. And I personally would like to question the DA. I only got one question. One question.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all just spent millions of dollars to keep this dude in jail for the conviction and all this type of stuff. All this shit is based on opinion, not fact. So
Yeah.
if we got 75% based on opinion, give us 25% based on science. They
Yeah.
say both parties have to agree if they agree to take a polygraph examination. The DA and the people that are possibly being charged. Why not let us do that? $1 million a year to keep a dude inside jail, $1 million something to convict him, and all we asking for is a $2,000 polygraph examination for a 25% exact knowing of what's going on. If he don't pass, put his fucking nail in the coffin. That's
Yeah.
how I see it. Put the nail in the coffin.
Straight up.
I quit. You won't never hear me on the podcast. You won't never see Brian. Well, I ain't gonna agree with Brian. You know, I know I'll hang it up after
Brian
that.
like, no,
You
hold
know,
on, stop it, stop it.
I'm willing to hang it up on that.
Yeah.
Let's gamble. I'm willing to gamble on mine.
Yeah.
You know, let's do it if you're really that sure of it.
Yeah, well, we believe in him because we've already spoke to the family. We spoke our piece on it. Yeah, we got our stamp on it.
That's
like-
my motherfucking brother,
Him
man.
and Stone, Chris Stone.
Yeah, he that's a real intelligent dude, man. They need to quit playing and let my boy out of jail, man.
On the real, he got too much.
He's
stuff
got a
on
great
him.
family to come through.
Yeah.
Like, there's so much that he could benefit.
Yeah,
The
and
community,
I
like,
really
he's so
believe he
needed
gonna
out
come
here.
out here and do some real good things, man, for the community. I really believe in that.
So
with my
what
heart.
are you working right now?
Man, I look
30 days. He's still in the
Look,
blackout.
yeah, man,
period.
not-
man, Betty ain't finna let him go nowhere.
Well,
he gotta blow some steam off.
Are you in the
17
state- do you have an ID
years.
yet?
No, I'm still waiting on my
Dang.
California ID. But
Yeah,
the reason
yeah.
it took so long is because
Birth certificate.
my birth. No, I had my birth
My birth
certificate.
certificate took me forever.
But the problem was when I was born on my birth certificate, they put my mother's last name, but on my social security card, they put my father's last name.
Welcome to the real world.
Yeah.
Everybody you call.
Yeah.
Everybody you call, you're gonna be waiting 6 hours on hold.
Bro, they said go over here. I go over there, and you got to go back over there.
You went to
And
the
then
DMV?
I went to the DMV. I went to the DMV 3 times.
That
I went
shit
to the
is
Social
forever.
Security office twice. I've been to DPSS 3 times. They still ain't giving me my GR.
God damn.
Damn, yes, that's the one thing I did get pretty fast.
Yeah.
Like, I was in Beacon House. We used to take that walk, go over there. By the end of the
It's
day.
right up the street from me. They just giving me a hard time, but I'm like, it's all
You
good.
ain't, you ain't the one that had a hard time. It's a lot of dudes that are going through those situations
Yeah.
and they just getting passed up. Like, there's a lot of these big organizations or corporations that are supposed to be there for dudes, men and women getting out, and they really dropping the ball. You know, from the outside, from this perspective, it seems like it's a pick and choose type of thing.
Yeah.
You know, like it's not even a first come first serve. It's a picking and choosing of who they want to have in there. And I don't went to what happened when you went to try to supposed to be the $5,000 loan for the people or a $5,000 credit that they're supposed to give dudes, and like then something happened. They worked you with the money.
Oh, through mass liberation?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of these places that offer resources, and like you could get them, but you just got to work so hard and chase them. Like you said, you have to call and call and call and call. And at this stage of your life, like when you're 45, 46, like starting from scratch, like, yeah, you're scrambling as it is. So you don't have time to like latch onto something to keep following up, follow up. Like by the third or fourth time that you show me no interest,
Yeah.
Right.
I got detached. I got to go.
Right.
Yeah, I'm fortunate. I got my girl. She's been helping me out through this whole ordeal. So that's been a blessing. And I'm patient. And I did damn near 2 decades. I'm patient.
Right.
So I'm gonna keep coming back until you give me mines and what I got coming.
And then you have a different hunger. Like it's gonna be a different hunger. And I'm just letting you know you at the phase right now of complete happiness of being free.
Yeah.
Now the next
That's called the
phase-
pink cloud right there.
Right. This is the honeymoon stage. And then you're gonna get into the financial market of it. You're gonna become, the working thing. And then if you a leader, as I see as you being a leader, you're gonna want your own.
Yeah.
You're not gonna be able to chase your dreams while fulfilling somebody else's dreams. And that's working for somebody.
That's my goal in life. I do not want to work for anybody. I don't want to work for anybody.
There's certain people that's meant for that. Like I get a certain dudes like, bro, come over here and let's do this, let's build this. And they be like, because they become content in working in that streamline. I'm gonna just keep passing the buck along. I'm gonna keep passing.
Yeah.
It becomes comfortable and they get used to that shit. The same way we get used to being. God damn it, Elliot. I'm messing around, bro. I'm messing around, bro. I'm messing around. Yeah, you messed up my shit. Give me 50, damn it.
Take him to the
You know what I'm
gallows.
saying? Yeah, I'll back after this. You understand me?
Yeah.
That's my guy though. But
You need to get a hard.
you
39.
get stuck in that type of mainstream push of it.
Yeah.
And I see you as being somebody that's gonna have your own, but just know it's gonna be harder for us than it is for anybody else.
And you know what the craziest thing that I've I've been out a year and maybe like 4 months, but like the best advice I got is people say you're not even really gonna discover who you are till about 2 to 3 years,
Right.
because everything's fresh. Like you come out and say, what food do you like? Like I don't know. Like I haven't even tasted half the food out here.
I done had so many arguments.
Like I barely
with-
had sushi for the first time, or like what's your
I
restaurant?
can't do no-
I
Have
don't
you
know.
tried? No,
I
hold
can't do-
on.
I can't do no
I'm
sushi, bro. I
you
can't
you
do
trying
it.
to get him to eat it?
She's
Look,
trying to get me to
you don't
eat
eat
everything.
sushi?
I don't
She's
either.
Look,
I don't either.
I'm a picky eater, bro.
Sushi is a fucking gimmick.
I love
sushi, and
sushi,
he's
bro.
Hawaiian saying he don't want sushi. So that means something.
What
it's-
do you like so
it's,
far?
It's just the fishy smell.
I'm
It's just-
simple, bro.
Nah, you gonna get into
look.
some
I
stuff.
order my burgers plain, bro. That's
From where?
just it.
Oh.
Why is that
Dang.
a surprise to everybody?
No, yeah, you.
relate to you.
Thank you.
We're together on
That's what I'm talking about. Give me some.
This guy is a raving psychopath.
Yeah,
He
no,
does not want to be.
This man was at the gun range the other day shooting a dirty hairy gun. Don't believe shit he talking about. Nah, man, there's some shit going on in the making of it. Don't let that Scooby Doo shirt fool you. You know what I'm saying? But
What's
that,
been an experience? Like, what's been like? Where have you gone? Like, where have you spent time?
everybody
with,
hit the
or-
beach.
Yeah. We went to Malibu, seen the sunset.
Did you
so
get in
that-
the water?
How was that?
Oh man, she played a trick on me. She was like, "Get closer so you could see the water." So I'm sitting there, and through the corner of my eye, I see a brother right there. He laughing, and I'm like, "You see, you got this fool over here laughing at me." So as soon as I turn around to walk away, I get hit with a wave.
Oh.
And I'm like, "Oh!" And everybody's laughing. She's there laughing. I said, "That's messed
I thought you were
up."
gonna say she used turtle and she just Goldberg you into the water.
no.
Dude,
She
come
came
here.
like a
Take his
monk.
legs. Like, come here.
Yeah, she was like, "Go look at the water," and I don't know how to swim, so I ain't even fucking around like that. But she like get closer, so I get closer, and the waves are coming up, so I'm not thinking nothing. And then I see this dude laughing. I'm like, "What the fuck is he laughing about?" So I turn around and be like, "Hey, what you laughing about?" And I get hit with some water. The wave just come up and wet my whole side, and I'm just like,
Oh, that coldness.
He told whoever you stand, he's like, look at the wave coming at this dude. right now.
Like here it comes.
Yeah, but shit, the craziest shit though is going to DPSS, man.
Oh,
Going in
my
there and waiting there and just seeing, like, dude,
Is that like the county line, the same thing as a GR?
yes.
What GR do you go to? The one across from MacArthur Park?
No, I go to the one on 4th place. Oh, that is like,
Oh my
bro,
god.
that is something else.
It's hell on
He
earth.
said that is something
Yeah,
else.
it's brutal.
That,
It's
I mean,
brutal.
and I was in
Downtown
prison,
is-
so I mean,
Downtown itself is something else.
Yeah, it's
like
bad.
it wasn't like that when before I had.
There's some great parts though. There's some beautiful, like when I used to walk right there sometimes.
man. Look,
where they at?
yeah,
Let me
See,
know.
by the state- like by the Staples Center, like very small little radius, but you can't go too far.
Yeah.
it's
Staples Center.
I mean,
Crypto.
How
Yeah,
old are you?
Oh, no, I'm joking. I know what the
Okay. He's a lying son of a gun.
it's the house Kobe built.
Yeah,
Straight up.
definitely.
The ring.
Like And the other thing too is like these 6 months that you got right now, enjoy them, because once it ends and that last little safety net of transition is over, real life is here, and you're never gonna rest again.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Never again. It's a constant battle.
I'm kind of tired of resting. I've been sitting on my hands.
It's like when Mozzie said, "I love the hustle."
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I love the hustle, but it get heavy sometimes. It have been times where I've been at the house and like that hurricane hit and knocked my refrigerator out.
Oh yeah, I remember you
It
saying.
knocked the refrigerator out, and I was like, man, I got all this food in here. So what I'm gonna do? And then it's like the rent coming up too. And it's like, but I need to buy a refrigerator. Got to buy a refrigerator. Get this old one out of here. And that was a little $500 to take something out your pocket, and you be like, whoo, like
Yeah,
we gotta get it together. But when you a hustler,
Yeah.
you gonna find a way.
Find a way,
You
definitely.
gonna find a way, and then your faith, whatever your faith is to your higher power, I got a undying faith. I don't need to see it. I don't need to know what it is. I got dreams that I done dreamt while sitting in that box, even as a kid, that I still believe to this day that I'm chasing.
Yeah.
You know, and once you get your momentum, oh, it's over.
Mm-hmm.
It's like once you get that momentum with them first two dudes you had to fade. After that, you don't feel nothing no
Yeah,
more.
none.
It's
None
on.
at
We gonna run this all the way to the end. So
Yeah.
you in that moment right now, you giddy up, you running. You know what I'm saying? But then you gotta pace yourself. Cause ain't no fight worse than, I don't care how many squabbles you done had, he done had stabbings, whatever the hell the case may be. Ain't no fight like dealing with that person in that suit and tie. Cause then you're in a world of, if you don't got as much money than me, shut the fuck up. That's how arrogant they are.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You see it the way that they treat people in society. I tell Ray all the time, California is probably one of the only places where you can see a full-blown homeless, butt-naked person sitting on the sidewalk, going through the worst moment of their life. No money. All they need is a meal to feel better and a fucking haircut. A T-shirt on their back. But it'd be a Bugatti or a Lamborghini sitting right next to them at the corner. That's the world that we live in. Like, you're hyper vigilant to that because you've been in there where it's like, no matter what, the homies got to make me look good. They gonna make young. They not gonna allow me to stoop down and look like a bum because we have an image to keep up. Out here is, man, dog eat dog.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know, take a ride on Figueroa right now. That shit is crazy.
Yeah.
Woo,
it's
that
bad.
shit is Figueroa. What's going on in America? I just want to know that. You send a person, lock them up in jail, do all this, do all that type of stuff. You go on Fig, they got canopies set up with heaters outside at night, with a table and up there. They selling lip gloss, drawers, and ass.
Yeah.
All at one spot.
And damn,
Yeah, we was going down Figueroa the other day, and I seen
it's crazy.
she ain't had no clothes on.
Nothing
I said,
on.
baby, what the fuck?
It's the Players Club.
And she was like, "This Figueroa," and
It's
I'm
like-
like, "It is
It
Figueroa,
blew my
ain't
mind. There'll be like 10 chicks like walking down the street. It's like,
it?" Butt naked.
It's just-
crazy.
and it's just this what? What he said? That's a, Ray. Get him out of here. You're crashing you're crashing our ratings. We're advocating for the women of the streets, and you over here doing this.
Hey, I think they should have the right to dress however they want.
So this is here we go
Or
with
not.
this. So this, madam. So ask her how she feels about that.
How do you feel about me saying I have the right for women to dress however they want?
Hey, it's your opinion, right?
No, but you have the right to dress as you want and to be sold.
Oh, no, yeah, I don't like that they're being sold, no. But
What the fuck are we even talking about? Today's white moment is brought to you by Elliot. There we go. Baby, you gotta listen. I'm trying to teach you this stuff. So, Figueroa is a hostro. It's a prostitution line. It's where women are being sold. It's where the sex trafficking thing is going on. So what sells? Sex sells. So they're propagating themselves by being out there butt naked.
yeah.
Never mind, bro. God damn. Huh?
Yeah, I understand what prostitution is, yeah.
Do you know, like, understand the mind state of that? You know what I'm saying?
Oh, no, yeah, that sucks. Like, that's,
So a lot of these women were taken as girls.
Oh, yeah, absolutely, yeah.
So when you see that, right, just like when you heard him speaking earlier,
Wait, are they, were a lot of them taken, or were, I guess I'm so used to OnlyFans where, like, the only sex workers I know are, like, women that are, like, doing it, like,
see the world, look, see the world. Now that's why women be looking at dudes like these dudes is, bro, are you serious?
No, because I literally
This
know
is
friends
a young
that,
generation
like,
right here.
I literally have friends that do OnlyFans.
So this is in his head. Figueroa is OnlyFans. In his head, Figueroa is OnlyFans.
OnlyFans in real life, yeah.
See, exactly. This is the next generation. This is the newbies that come into this, you know. But now I see what they were talking about when they used to call us alligator babies. Like, y'all don't care about nothing. This is, and to be honest, with the level of violence that we've seen transpiring over the years, to see youngsters at your age talk like that and be like that, I'd rather have that any day than have
what it was.
to have what we had going on running around in the streets.
You like what I'm saying better?
I would rather have young dudes sitting around talking about, you know, Figueroa is OnlyFans, and, you know, your mind state just so naive. Like, it's beautiful to see you in a youthful essence. That's what it is.
I know that a lot of the women out there probably aren't having the best lives. Like,
Just let it go, dog.
okay,
Just let it go, dog.
I'm not naive too.
You're very, very naive. But so on to another thing. So, got kids?
I ain't got no kids. No,
Want kids?
of course. Yeah, I want kids.
You want kids?
We do want kids.
Oh,
Yeah.
married yet?
No, not yet.
Do I get an
So-
invitation?
so
Do I get an
yeah.
invitation?
Hey, let me ask you,
What? I'll show up.
has it been a challenge, like the relationship inside there and outside here?
You gotta ask her that.
Not really. I think it's been better. I think it's been better. That's just me. I
It
feel like,
requires a lot of patience, teaching them the world, and
It's been challenging.
yeah.
It has.
I know
But
for my
not
girlfriend,
in a
yeah,
bad
it
way.
has.
Not in a
No,
bad way.
absolutely, yeah.
I think the hardest thing for us is when she's driving me around, like, well, we can't go over there,
Right.
because she don't understand that part of my life.
Hey.
I can't be in this area.
Think about
Yeah.
this though,
Yeah.
like, and this is something somebody told me. So the last time you were out here, your reference point was whatever that age was. So you were on point about I can't go out here, like I can't go there, I can't go there. A lot of it has to do like it doesn't really matter that days. I'm not saying like, you know, deep into spots in certain times and stuff like that, but at the end of the day, just like I am, like you're just an old man walking down the street.
Yeah.
And a lot of it has to do with energy. Like the attack really isn't there. Cause I remember I would get freaked out when I would go in certain areas. Like damn, cause that was usually the point that I would be.
Remember we I had to show you how to get on the train? We was riding the train that day.
Yeah. But just keep in mind, it's not a like. And keep in mind, you've had that drilled into you. Like the world's after me, they're on me. Like
Yeah.
I think I'm just saying it because I don't want you to carry that burden. Like I want you to experience like complete freedom. You know?
My biggest fear though is like walking down the street and somebody seeing my tattoos and they being from the other side or
Check this out.
and like just like
I was on
getting me
I was on
without
Union.
with no knowledge, just
Yeah.
getting shot just because he seen my tattoo and I didn't even have a chance to be like, hey bro, I just got out. I ain't even tripping like that.
Right.
That's my biggest fear out
I was
here.
on Union and Olympic. I was coming home from LA Canines after work, and I pull into the AMPM right there in the corner, and I'm on FaceTime with my girl, and I forgot what I got. I got like 2 drinks or something like that, and I seen 2 fools come in. Another fool like stuck something, and you could tell it was a gun in his waist. And he comes behind me, and I'm FaceTime with my girl, and he's like, "Hey, you're a long way from home." I guess he seen like the SFV or something behind my ear, and he banged on me. He's like, "He's 18, fool," like, you know. And basically at that point, I know where I'm at. Like absolutely, I'm just getting my soda, and I'm at the transitional house right there. That's all. Like if you project that energy of, hey, like, you know, I
Yeah,
get it. This
it's-
is where I'm at, or like, hey, bro, I'm 46 years old. Like,
And it's been times, yeah.
but generally it's not gonna come.
What do you say?
He just wanted like I'm in his hood. He banged on me and let me know, fool, this is where you're at. I would have done the same damn thing. So I couldn't be mad. Like if somebody is gonna run us, it's gonna be a youngster, but I'm telling you, it doesn't happen.
Yeah.
We're everywhere. We've been out everywhere.
On the train, I was riding that train every day, bro. I'm talking through everybody's hood, and when you look like you supposed to be going to work and you dress like a lot of the dudes that was going to PV Jobs. PV Jobs be looking out for dudes.
It's energy. Look, you're just
Yeah.
looking at this is an OG cat that's just on work, that's moved on in life.
And
that's
then
a
they
family
mindset
man,
now,
and-
these youngsters, their mind state is this. They look at us, and I'm happy. I'm so proud of this. They look at us, be like, hey, you ain't got enough money to be for me. That's their mindset now. Like, If I pull up on you, you got to be in something foreign. You got to have chains and all that on. You don't look like somebody that I'm supposed to beef with. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's the generation that like, why would I do that? You know what I'm saying?
Unfortunately, which is we're not a prize no more. Like, we're not bragging rights. Like,
What she say? What was that?
who's gonna say, damn, you killed an OG that changed his life and became a good man? You know what I mean?
No,
Like,
but you do like,
that projects nothing but
and the
good
only
energy.
dudes that I've walked and seen that I recognize, it's been the dudes that I've like. Remember C-Fade?
Yeah.
I seen him in downtown LA just walking, and it wasn't like I seen him like, oh, I walked past and I smelled the Muslim oil, and I'm like, man, I know that smell. That smell like prison right there. Somebody finna light some incense.
You talking about like the little bottles?
Yeah, he had oil on because he Muslim. You know, he
Oh,
just
okay,
came from the
okay,
mosque.
yeah,
So I turn around and I'm like, Tyson McCauley. And lo and behold, it was him. I'm like, what's up, bro? Like, them be the times where you meet dudes that's on your same path. You know, like it's been times where the only people that I seen have problems was the smokers. But you gotta look about yourself. Like he gotta look. You gotta look where somebody gonna sit down and see you like, yeah, I don't want to test that right there. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to test that. Like, you know, you was once a predator. So what do predators do? You know what I'm saying? You wasn't a person that preyed on the weak. So if I'm a predator, I'm out here in the streets and I see you, nah, I ain't, you know, that ain't what I'm on. So they predatory mind state is, I want to look for the nigga with the chains. I want to see the dude with the backpack. They carry the backpack now. Easy, you know.
Yeah.
I want to look for the dude that got that. I want to see the dude that's riding the foreign. I'm not looking at a nigga on the train. I'm not looking at a dude on the bus. I'm not looking for a dude sitting in the car with his wife. No, I want to see that dude that's lurking in that Hellcat making hella noise. That's what they looking for. And first, I'm going to find you on social media because that's how they beef.
Yeah.
They beef on social media. Oh, that's the nigga that's been on them podcast over there talking about this, talking about that, or that's old boy that's talking about this, that. Them the dudes that's beefing. That's how they getting caught up. They live in that world. But if you a dude, I'm going here, point A to point B, like you had in there, because that's if you can navigate from point A to point B on a maximum security prison,
Yeah.
you can for sure do it out here. Why? His nigga is so many places to run.
Yeah.
And it's the same thing as in there because that's how I would function in there. I go to work, I go to groups, I go to yard, hit my bars, my workout, and I would just stay in motion. If I was going somewhere, I was going somewhere. And that's how I try to do it right here. Either work, family, here. Like that's pretty much the point. That's the difference. Where I said that because I wanted that was my concern. I don't want you like that could eat at you right there to be on constant alert that I'm under attack everywhere. I mean, yeah, that could become dangerous at some point.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not saying like let your guard all the way down, but just know like that's history already. These dudes ain't tripping.
And then at the end of the day, if a young dude pull up on you and he rob you, what you gonna do?
I'm giving it up.
Exactly, nigga, take it. You want the shoes
Yeah,
too
I'm trying
on
to
GP?
do everything.
Extra
Yeah,
credit,
I'm
baby.
giving
Like
it up.
here, take it. Like I'm not
For
even
real.
like that's
I'm giving it up.
But
What-
it has to do with your energy and what you're projecting, what you're
Yeah.
doing. So like, and yours is all good, you know.
at
And,
some
you're a
point-
stand-up dude. So
And if you want to create distance, do what I did. Got tired of LA, and it was just
yeah.
I went to Victorville, and on my block is 3 COs. I ain't got to worry about no gun or nothing. Police over here.
Yeah.
You know, that's you know, when I measure a neighborhood, I go around and I look to see how many cars just parked on the block. Because if it's a lot of cars and it's the middle of the day, that means ain't nobody around here got no damn job. You know what I'm saying? And then I look to see if the little kid, for real,
That's great.
it makes sense, right? Why the fuck all y'all at home in the middle of the day? You on work? All right, there's some Section 8 shit over here.
Yeah.
I don't want to be around no Section 8 helpful assistant housing. No, you know, no disrespect to the Section 8 people, but that's not where I see myself in life. I want better.
Yeah.
And then, you know, the COs is here. All right. We used to be in NAAA, and a dude used to ask. He used to be like, my boy Bam. Bam used to always be on me, too. And he was like, y'all need to ask yourself this. He got mad one time, and I was in NAAA drunk. Who brings liquor to NAAA? A real drunk. So I'm in there, and like, he got mad. Y'all niggas need to ask yourself this. Would you live next to you on the streets? And he said, I'm going to keep it real. I wouldn't live next to my crazy ass on the streets. Would you be willing to live next to you now?
Yeah, of course. Now.
Bad. So maybe you need to get around some places where that's where you need to be. Right now, it's just a test. This is a test. Can you really do it?
Do you have plans after you're done at the wine guard? Hopefully you can go somewhere else. But
Yeah, well, I'm trying to get to Riverside. I'm trying to get
Oh,
to Riverside.
yeah.
I'm trying to, you know,
Get out there in that desert.
are you gonna be able to get transfer?
eventually.
Parole?
Eventually. Eventually, I believe it's gonna happen.
Everybody's migrating to Riverside.
It's cheaper and it's more space. And then, you know, I don't mind being out there. Like I don't mind
Peaceful.
you know, yeah, I don't mind being out there. And then when I come to LA, it's for a purpose. I'm just not making LA accessible to me.
Yeah.
Where I gotta be there. Let me zip over here real quick. No. Nah, dog. I done went out there and messed with the lawn today. You know, baby in there cooking that chicken. You know, you grown man in now. You know, I'm gonna go ahead and kick my feet up and chill and find something to do out there. And,
Yeah.
that's cool. You know, go. You been out in the nature yet? Like the nature.
Nah,
You ain't took him to the nature?
Well, I got a 50-mile radius. So I can't go out of.
Every third
So,
third
yeah.
Friday of the
So,
month, the ARC dudes, they at Griffith Park go on that hike.
Or Culver City, go to the Culver Stairs.
Yeah.
You got to do them hikes. That's man.
Is that within 50 miles? Because if it's within 50 miles, I'll do it.
Yeah.
But yeah.
The Culver City stairs definitely are.
And you on top of all of LA.
Is technology hard for you? The phone and all that?
Nah, not really.
No?
Not really.
What? Can you send an email?
Yeah, I can send an email.
Bro, that shit was so
You was
hard.
working in the watch office, so you had a little
Yeah,
experience.
yeah.
Man, that's
Yeah, I can
one of
send
the
an email.
hardest things right there. iPhones has been real hard. We had the iPhone debate last time. You an Android or
iPhone.
Oh, so you know how to use it. That was. Fuck you, Ray. You over there laughing at us.
I
Welcome.
remember Tiny.
Oh yeah, Tiny was in here like, man, it don't make no sense.
Yeah.
All right,
I just ask Siri most of the time.
Yeah, same.
Nah.
Yeah, I ain't got a relationship with her like that. Talking to her, you know, Siri might pop up when I don't need her to. So, what's the next phase? Like, all right, as soon as you get out of what's your plan for after the halfway house?
For sure, go to school. I'm still in the process of figuring out exactly what I want to do. But what I do know is I want to go back to school. That's for sure. I just went to the PAC meeting on last Thursday, and I got a whole bunch of providers and resources for CNC computer numeric operating, HVAC. They got apprenticeship carpenters. They got I got a whole bunch of flyers. So I'm just seeing what's gonna be the best fit for me.
Oh, you're looking for like a trade right now.
Something.
PV jobs.
How old are you?
33.
Damn. Have you thought about union?
I'm thinking about it.
jobs are
I'm
plugging
thinking.
in.
Because you're 33. I'm 46. I want to do union, but by the time I really like walked into some money, I'm already
And HVAC,
kicking 50 store down.
They say anything clean energy in California, they bump into the top. They
Solar
got about-
panels is huge.
Yeah.
$10 billion. They put $10 billion just towards clean energy. You know what I'm saying? So that's something to get in on right there.
Yeah. So I'm still trying to figure it out. What I do know is that I'm doing this career readiness workshop. I'm learning how to put a resume together. I'm learning how to seek employment. So, I mean,
And solve that problem just Chat GPT.
yeah. Hey,
Yeah,
they told us
boy,
about that today.
yeah,
They told us
yeah.
about that today.
And then Indeed
Indeed. Yeah.
with the job search and what trades did you get in there?
I mean, just the computer literacy, but I mean, I worked in IDL. I didn't really get certified, but
Right.
I know how to put in some receptacles and balances and light switches, and
Word.
I could put some P traps for plumbing and
Right.
lay some concrete down,
Right.
put up some drywall.
Concrete that's good money.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
I mean, I could do that. I know how to use industrial tools, but more so, I wouldn't mind using this, getting a
Facts.
job, talking, counseling, something, anything.
And that ARC they if you in there with them, they
Yeah.
gonna plug it in.
And that's why I've been there almost every week since I've been out.
Right. I see you
I'm
with my boy Lil
constant.
G.
Do you have a life coach?
Yes, my life, Cynthia. Cynthia's my life coach right now. So she's helping me out a lot. She's keeping me updated, telling me where I need to go, what I need to do. So, thankful to Cynthia. Shout out to Cynthia for that.
So you working out?
Oh man, I just hit the gym yesterday, man. I got me a Planet Fitness thing going.
Hey,
so,
me too.
Yeah.
Have you got to check out
Black-
the Planet Fitness videos.
Black
Hilarious.
Card
man.
membership. I'm
Yeah.
in there on the
On the
Yeah.
aquabed? Yeah, the aquabed.
that
Yeah.
shit over there.
That ain't no working out. What the hell?
Yeah, that was after.
Hey,
That
but
was
they don't have a
after.
sauna. That's the only thing I wanted a sauna.
Man,
Every fitness got them.
Yeah.
you can tell all the OGs that be out of prison in Planet Fitness. They be in there with their gloves on, like, bro, what you doing, bro?
Yeah.
Take that shit off, man. You in there with the gloves, with the water jug.
What? Shit, I walked.
got some Taylor Swift
Man,
on.
I walked in there yesterday. I didn't know they had it downstairs, so
Yeah.
I'm in the top level and I'm looking at all, and it's all freeways like where you put a thing on.
Yeah.
And I'm like, how the hell do I use that? So I'm like experimenting with shit.
Yeah.
But I'm sore as hell, and then
Oh yeah, them weights.
and then I see somebody walking downstairs, and I'm like, oh shit, they got it. I wasted an hour already fucking with the free weights.
Right.
So I go downstairs. I said this, and then that's where they had all the bench and everything. I said this is what I was looking for. I'm up here doing these free weights. I feel like I'm not even working out, but I feel it now.
Oh yeah, it's gonna blow you up fast.
Yeah, so
Here go one thing that I would ask for you to try. Get some swimming lessons, right?
Mm-hmm.
And go paddle boarding. Go paddle boarding in the ocean. Have somebody with you. But you know how to swim. Go paddle boarding.
in the ocean,
In the
you
ocean.
can't do it in like a river or something.
Nah, the ocean's
Just
different.
get you some big old floaties.
Yeah.
The ocean is
Be out there.
The ocean is different, and I say that because we did it in Marina Del Rey. You know, Marina Del Rey it's like a made beach over there, and you go out there, and you in the water, but you really in the water, like ain't no seeing nothing at the bottom, and it's nothing but water out there, and it's at the moments that you realize how really small you are, but how big you are. Because the ocean is its own life form. It's one big ass being just flowing, doing what it does. It don't give a fuck about you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you are this little to me once you step into this world. Because this is all mine. And it's like a humbling experience, but then you just see life form. Like, it's like, this is, like, it's endless. Like, you can go anywhere and do anything with yourself. Like, you can do anything. Them be the moments you realize in them little ass spaces, like, and then some days just have an impulse movement. Just get up, tell baby, come on, let's go, put the thing in. One day I got up and said I wanted to see a damn waterfall. And drove all the way to San Bernardino.
Yeah, it's one of the hikes.
Yeah. I was
Do you
like,
have those moments where you're like, damn, I'm really out here?
Oh yeah, all the time.
For real.
Especially when we're driving, I'm like, damn, I'm so lucky to be out of jail.
Damn.
Man,
I'm
take-
so happy. To
Yeah,
be
they're
out.
gonna stay coming too.
Yeah.
Like,
For real. Them nighttime drives.
Yeah.
Man, I got out and made, it was crazy that the friends that I done made, you know, just the people that you, man, I done met a group of Guatemalan mechanics.
oh yeah.
I met a group of Guatemalan mechanics, and we just be chilling and drinking and having a good ass time. And it was through those dudes that I started to learn how to drive. I wanted to learn how to work on cars. You know, and we went to jail young. We don't know the ins and outs of cars.
Yeah.
And you know, I was like, man, I just want to learn about cars because you know I feel like that's my responsibility as a man to know about cars. You know, or just the little things that you want to do around the house. Like, you know how hard it is to set up a goddamn TV mount.
Man, I had trouble putting a 24-inch together the other day.
Well, it's only 2 screws, and you like, damn. And then you know us, we had a pride, so you don't want your girl to see, so you lightweight turn into a fucking caveman, just trying to bang stuff in there. You know, things like, all right, let me slow down, read the instructions.
Are
how
you
I'm supposed to do
crafty? Can you
that.
fix stuff?
Oh, it's,
I mean,
Like I'm out here in the world lost. I can't
don't-
even make coffee with the pods and all that. I don't know
what?
I don't know the buttons.
Man, I showed you how to do that shit. What the hell?
yeah, nah, I'll figure it out.
Like the Lime scooter.
Yeah.
By the time we
He
learned
got
how
mad
to.
at me because when I first got out, because I had to put creamer in my coffee.
Oh yeah, I
He's
said,
like, "You
bro.
ain't in prison."
I said, look, bro, that jail shit is over, bro. Like, you gotta stop that. Like, go up in there, get you some hazelnut, some fresh vanilla, something.
Yeah.
You finna drink good today. Like, stop that. Like, nah. Like, it's over. Don't wear no gray sweats no more. I had to retire the bandana. We gonna let that go. Like, it's just certain things. Like, it's, you know, but do know that it's gonna be a time when they gonna call you. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a time where the brother's gonna call you from inside, and you gonna hear their voice, and that shit gonna make you feel so good because they depending on you to succeed. They really, really depending on you. Like it's sometimes it's heartbreaking at the shit that you feel because it's like, damn, like them my dogs. You
What
know
was
what I'm
the
saying?
response to your suitability on the yard?
oh man, hey, it was like that shit spread like wildfire.
Because that's like a rare.
Yeah, Gavin Newsom
Level
said it
four?
himself. He's
Yeah.
not releasing any active.
GP.
Like you cannot be a
Yeah.
GP
I
gang
had a
member.
friend from Gardena who paroled off that yard too.
And I'm not good with like, man, I'm proud of you. Like, I'm not good with that
Yeah,
shit.
it's
That shit,
uncomfortable.
yeah, it's
Yeah, yeah.
uncomfortable for
Yeah,
me.
yeah, yeah.
So like, when I
And
got
especially
people,
for that, that's a rare
yeah,
occurrence.
everybody coming, hey, how'd you do it? And like, man,
Give me the
congratulations.
recipe,
Hey,
yeah.
man, look, you giving me hope. Like, hey, if you can do it, I can do it. And,
Damn.
and I'm just like, wow, how do I take that? Like,
What about the day you walked out?
Oh, well, I actually went to group the day before, man, and they
Said your goodbyes, your
yeah, and
speech.
they dedicated the group, like
course.
just basically farewell, like,
Yeah.
Man.
and then I'm getting all this praise and like thank yous and I'm like, man, I was just doing my due diligence, man. I didn't expect for all these kind words. I was just doing me.
I'm just a
right?
dude trying to become a better man
trying
in
to
life.
become better, and
Yeah.
that's it. So the fact that people were and everybody's like, "How'd you do it? Can I see this? Can I see that?" I'm like, man, you can have this. Like, it's like, look at it. Here go my transcript. Study it. Do if what I did can help you go home, here,
Right.
here, it's free, homie. The game is free. So we all in here trying to get out.
Right.
But the response was great, And even after a while, when I start going by my real name, at first I had to set one more example because I had a dude like really test me. He's like, "You Christian?" And I look at him and
no disrespect to the
Yeah.
Christians, but just somebody like, like, why would
That's
you
just
play
it,
with
that's
me
it.
like that?
yeah, but the ignorance, right?
Right.
And I look at him and I'm like, and I tell him, well, I mean, I believe in God, but I'm not a Christian. I'm Catholic.
Right.
But I mean, I'm Catholic, right?
like, let me
but-
specify.
yeah, I'm Catholic, but I can't just be grown. I can't just want to go by my name.
Yeah, yeah.
And he called me out my name. So I went up in the cell and did what we did. And he wound up piecing up after that. But
Of course.
as time progressed, people started respecting it because they seen the walk. Like, I'm not just out here saying, "Oh, just call me Roman," and I'm not doing some bullshit behind everybody's back. Like, my
Yeah,
name is
yeah.
Roman. I'm out here. I'm trying to go home. I'm going to school. Like you said, I'm going from point A to point B. There's no idle time. I don't have no room for idle time.
Right.
And as time started going, people start seeing my walk, and they respected it. So when the fruits of those labors came, you know what I'm saying? When it blossomed and I finally got that suitability, everybody was like, "Man, you actually did it, bro."
You did the whole 120?
Yeah, close. No, yeah, I went over.
Yeah, over.
I went over.
I did like 147 days, I think.
I did go over.
I'm getting nervous.
You went
Yeah.
over 150?
No. I
'Cause
did.
it's
It
120
was
for the board and
127
30 for
actually.
the-
127.
Oh,
I did
damn.
127
Yeah, I did
days.
147.
Yeah, I did 127. Yeah, I was nervous. Even the day of, I was nervous.
And then it's like, like the dudes that had dates, for instance, they always tell you, like, you always had that set it, like, watch when you get close to the house, a bunch of weird shit is just gonna start happening. Like, people gonna be testing you. You just gonna be like, man, I'm just let it go. Like, you know
The
what I'm saying?
attack always comes before the blessing.
For real, it's like, man, like,
The best feeling though was the building.
Oh, what happened? They call your cell in the morning.
Yeah,
You go to
yeah.
R&R.
Yeah, they're like Roman, and you just hear, but
Damn, they're watching it.
I'm
Dude
just
go,
like
"Oh,
these
that's
motherfuckers. Yeah,
crazy."
for real.
yeah. So, but
See, in Iowa, it was more regular. It was still like cool to see a buzz when somebody goes home, but there were so many lifers going home right there. It was
Yeah.
crazy. That was the hub right there.
not so many from Calabat,
No.
especially from AR. Not so many. It
My
was
homies, they
it was
up
rare.
there.
Yeah.
They was happy. They was like, what? Because they denied the first halfway house thing. Like, yeah, we're not letting you out. Then I was sad as hell. Then it's like, all right, on this day, go ahead, let's go. We walked out, and I walked through the yard, and it was like, damn. Then Marcelli, Red Bull. I was in the Red Bull. Was like, you know what I'm saying? He's like, blood, I'm proud of you. Like, man, I ain't expect to see you doing this. You know, especially catching that I ended up catching a damn near 50 to life case at the end.
Damn.
17 years and catch another case. Man, I was shitting bricks.
Damn.
Like, I was like, man, this might be it.
Damn.
So,
Yeah, we green. I can.
were you
unplug.
green?
We green. I
Oh, he
can
got the
unplug.
Air Maxes?
Yeah, I can unplug this now.
He got, what's your music that you listening to? Who you done got up
Oh
on?
man, I'm listening to Taylor Swift, man.
Taylor? For real?
I fuck with Taylor. Man.
Look, I mess with
I fuck with Taylor.
I mess with
man.
Taylor back to December. You know,
Yeah,
back then.
yeah,
But
yeah.
not the new Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
Brian, what's your latest music you've been dabbling in?
Are we talking about Taylor Swift?
No, we are not talking about no damn
Because
Taylor Swift.
Beyonce had the best video of all time.
Of all time.
I'm
I
on.
listen to everything.
I'm on
man.
Caliucci. Telepathia.
Nah,
Yeah, that
man,
Caliucci.
you crazy.
Boy, listen. Yeah, just when they thought it was getting ugly. So,
Nah, but I listen to everything, man. I still
rap
listen.
artist, who your rap artist?
My rap artist, I go, man. My phone, man. I put like the Kevin Gates radio on Pandora, or some little TJ or something, or you know, I still listen to some Bobby Valentino here and
Bobby
there.
V?
Bobby V,
He
some
done played
Trey,
you the Bobby V?
some Trey songs, you know.
The Trey song?
Trey songs.
Bobby
Shit, I
V's
listen
on-
to
slow
Celine
down?
Dion.
Bobby
Shit.
Valentino.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Is
that's
that Bobby V? No,
Yeah.
that ain't Bobby V.
Yeah.
How many CDs did you have when you paroled? Remember that?
You know
See,
what,
out of
I-
your stack
you know
of
what?
CDs?
CDs.
You
He
know
still
what?
got a Super 3 at the
Oh,
house.
I got a Super 3 at the house.
What you doing with that?
He's selling
I
it for
said,
$1,000 on
it's what I
eBay.
said,
Yeah.
He's selling it for $1,000 on
On
eBay.
eBay.
For a limited time
Straight
only.
out of prison?
Get it while you can. No,
gonna
people really
raffle
buy
it
that
on
shit though.
Headshot.
Nah, I sold everything like a year prior to board. I just started getting rid of like all the shit I had because I was like manifesting that shit.
Yeah,
Like, I'm
no,
going
yeah.
home. I'm going home. I don't need none of this shit. So I started selling shit.
What was it like first meeting Ray?
Ray,
No, we don't ever hear that. What was it like?
Where'd you
meeting
meet Ray
fucking-
at?
Yeah,
ILW?
where'd you fucking Ray?
I met Ray in Calipan, Words Uncaged. I met Ray in Calipan,
What was
Words
that, Brian? You
Uncaged.
got to take a deuce.
Yeah.
No, I just gotta take a look. I gotta take a
Brian,
leak.
don't tell me you finna take you got to use the bathroom on air. I'm gonna roast you.
No, I gotta take a leak.
Go ahead. Yeah,
Man, handle
it's
it.
all right.
I drink a lot of water.
Yeah, you walking like you gotta do something else, man. Ray, how did y'all? We still recording?
I don't remember.
How did y'all meet?
Man,
He
it was
crazy, huh?
it was through the podcast. I actually, like I said, I was in the watch office, so I had to like pull a couple of strings to get it because they said we're doing a podcast. I said, well, I need to be able to speak on the camera, on the mic, because I got something to say.
Right.
So I was able to fandangle and get put in, and I seen Ray come in here with his scruffy beard and, you know what I'm saying, with his hat backwards, and I see everybody, and he's just embracing everybody, and I'm like, all right, shit. And Ray just embraced me, man. He's just introduced myself. A couple of people told him about me, like, hey, Ray, this is the guy he was telling. So he was like, yeah, we're glad to have you aboard. And, man, it's been good since, you know. We did the
crazy ass-
magazine, yeah.
What was the first? I remember the first time I met Ray. I met Ray for the first time interviewing one of your young homies.
Oh my God, when Little George, yeah.
Oh, I grilled his ass. I ain't even mean to grill him.
Yeah.
I ain't even. He was just so offset. He wasn't offset by me. He couldn't get over the point. I let him talk, so he talking. He going doing his thing. And I'm like, yeah, he let me know where he from. And then the whole time talking, I'm like, yeah, I'm from here. He like, what? Like you shocked. I'm like, bro, I'm a grown ass man. I don't care about that. If you say something, you got something to say, and you ain't on that, then be about it then. You know what I'm saying? He was a productive dude. I wish he could have did better. I hope to see his ass one day in the near future because he writing books and all type of shit. Screenplays, little dude sharp as a tack.
Oh, is that
but
right?
the Fetty wasn't coming in like that. So, if he went to the Army, good luck with that. I told him he shouldn't do it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You left one army to join another one? No, that's deuce mucho for me.
Yeah.
So, you got one of the coldest poems I'd have ever heard. We'll have some rappers up in here. We got another rapper coming. What's the next rapper we got coming up in here? Because I want. Oh, so yeah, I was gonna say one of the best poems, but Geechee Gotti coming, bro. You might have to get a bar of him. He one of the top freestyle
Okay.
guru.
Oh, is that
Go
right?
crazy.
What's his name?
Geechee Gotti.
Okay, Geechee Gotti.
Yeah.
Got it. Geechee Gotti. I'm gonna look him up.
Look him up. Freestyle. Yeah, he's a
Okay.
freestyle expert.
Okay.
All right, well, shit. Brian, you want to wind us down? You want me to wind it down?
The only thing I would say is,
Cannoli Sam. Cannoli outside.
I wish you the best of luck.
Thank you.
Off the top, like when Ray said you were coming, like, I know him. He's a solid dude. Like, it's good to see somebody who changed on his own terms, who changed where he was at, who wanted something more. Like, yeah, hats off to you, man. Hats off to you.
Appreciate that.
This is where we're at. We all come from the same spot. If you ever need anything, we're right here. We're just trying to elevate our voices and, try to reach people and spread our message. But, man, congrats on everything, man. You're going to be successful. I can tell you're 33. You're destined. Your mind is right. You're hungry. You're grateful. You're of service. All the success to you.
Thank you.
Man,
Appreciate that, man.
I ain't even going to wish you no luck. I don't, what you need luck for? You know, luck is just a pull of the draw. I understand the intention behind it, bro. It's what he's saying, everything he's saying, I wish you that. And I already know this. It's a time in the universe. My boss told me this the other day, and she one of the ladies that taught me and him how to train dogs in 2016 in prison. Yeah. And you're going to end up running across them same people that was like, here, go ahead and do it. And they're going to want to see, what have you done? Don't give them nothing to be like, oh, you ain't did shit. Just like everybody you see out right now. You've been doing the same shit since I left. You know what I'm saying? You still got that same thing going on. And be prepared for the hatred that's going to come or the envy. Because right now, within how many days?
About 30-something days.
About 30-something days, you done surpassed about a quarter of the people that's out here. You feel me?
No.
You healthy. You're mentally healthy. You living right. You know what you want to do in life. Ask somebody what their 5-year plan is right now, and I bet you they can't tell you that. You prepared your 5-year plan while in prison. Not only did you do 5 years, you did 3 years. Then you took responsibility for the things that you've done. How many people right now are living hating themselves because they haven't forgiven themselves for the things that they've done? So look at where you at. Mentally, physically, the money gonna come, champion. That's gonna come. As long as you a hustler, the money gonna come, man.
Sir.
I tell people all the time, my only problem is finances. But once I get that money thing down, I'm gonna be the most perfect human you've ever seen. But until it comes, it's just building. You know what I'm saying? You formatting and you just molding it. You know what I'm saying? The next stage, I want to see the next stage. I want you to come back for the next stage and be like, all right, so what's the workforce like? Because I already know what you're going to say next. Oh, I'm building a business. How you building the business? You know what I'm saying? Right. Then I'm going to slide you some papers here, go meet these people and do that.
Yeah.
Everybody that's getting out right now, we all linking up. It's crazy. You know what I'm saying? We all linking up. We seeing people like, oh, I remember, oh, you know such and such, you know such and such. You know? What the rapper say? The real niggas is winning again. You know what I'm saying? It's time for the real dudes to win. You know, no offense to all those people out there, you know, because we are a prison advocacy group, but you know, it's good to see people that was there with us. Because a lot of times I'll be the one to admit it. I tell dudes, you making an excuse for what you did. Because this dude's sitting right here. They can't say no more, oh, I did this because I wanted to go home, because Roman didn't have to do that. Mm-hmm. He did it in the most harshest environments, and he walked out of there. So what's your excuse?
And any kind of hatred that you get, you know, because I remember when I was in Corcoran, and I kind of made it clear, you know, in some areas that I was trying to go home. You know, there's always going to be somebody that says something stupid, but that's the one that's like the most envious of the decision you made and lacks the courage like to do it, you know?
Yeah.
Real,
and like you said at the end, the ones that check in and are gone anyways, you know?
Yeah. And when I was saying earlier, the phone calls you're going to get, you know, the phone calls, them be the things that really, really touch me. Because it's like, when you spent your life in there, you know, at what point if somebody asks you, hey, man, would you go in there and sit down and have lunch with them dudes? Like, they say, hey, we're going to let you in. Would you? I would.
Hell yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I want to get to. I want to get to the point to where it's, you know, I'm advocating for dudes and they getting out of jail. Not one, not two, not everybody that come in here that's trying to get out and they actually want to be free. You know what I'm saying? I want to be the guy that in about 10 years, we all sitting down with suits and ties. Mm-hmm. Like, all right, this is what we doing. This is how we building it. This is where we going. Those 5 dudes that you met, those core dudes, stay in contact with them. Because Napoleon Hill defines that as a mastermind group. That's your mastermind group. Y'all don't argue like that. Y'all sit there, y'all do this, and y'all encourage each other. You the smallest one, but you the biggest one because you the pillar of the community because you're the first one out of those 4. So now you're the example of what they should do. Something to think on, brother, bro.
Yeah.
Yes,
Straight
sir.
up. Straight up.
Yeah, thank you again.
Yeah.
This is the Strangest Fruit Podcast. Coming to you
Free
live
Cholo,
from-
man. Free my
Cholo,
boy. Free Lamont.
You know? Yes, sir.
Lamont
And Mr.
Cholo.
Christopher Stone. So,
Yeah.
you know, this is the Strangest Fruit Podcast. I hope everybody tuned in, checked it out, hit the subscribe. Whatever big box companies out there, yeah, holla at us. You know, and holla back. Everybody drive safe and be blessed out there.